This is a Plastimo Offshore 6-person life raft that was on Moyana. I got a couple of quotes for servicing it. A few people said just buy a new one. It's going to cost roughly £300 to £450 to have a professional do it. I'm going to have a look at servicing this myself. First thing I've done, I've taken off the 2 straps that were over the top that held the box closed, and I'm going to take off this tape and then have a look what's inside the box. First thing that I see is it appears to be in a vacuum packed bag, and it's quite dry, which is nice. These here hold this tube, and this rope was stuffed into that tube so that it will come out easily. I'm going to untie the activation cord because I don't want that to go off. I've got a little valve here, like a paddling pool type valve. Just looking along this seal here, this is a heat seal that has kept this bag, once they've put the life raft into this bag, the heat sealed along there, and then you can see the zigzags where it's made weaker on purpose. That is so when the canister bursts open, the bag will tear and let the life raft out. Right here, there is a nut on the outside of this plastic bag, which apparently is just finger tight. So we take that out. So now that will come out the bag. Look at the size of that gas canister. Some heavy items in here. This would be a drogue. Yeah, another one on this side. Right, so let's have a see what we've got in here. We've got this throwing line which is attached to a grab rail. Looks like we've got a boarding ladder. There's a knife and a bag of bits. This blue item here that I thought was a boarding ladder is actually what appears to be a drogue with a very long line on it. That was elastic banded together in here, and the elastic bands still have some life in them, which is nice to know. We have here in a Ziploc bag, notice "does survive E", never drink seawater, not even diluted, never drink urine. Bear Grylls, eh? Drink if you are thirsty. The daily ration is equal to 0.4 of a pint. Do not drink more than half a daily ration at one time. There's a life-saving signals card, and there is this service and inspection booklet for life rafts. Last service 8th of July 2013. 3 hand flares. Expiry date 2017. So as I said earlier, it is now 2020. So July 2017, these all expired. So I will replace those. There is a torch here. Again, Ziploc bag. There's a spare bulb in this Ziploc bag, and there are some Duracell Pro Cell batteries that are looking rather green. So they definitely need replacing. I think there's a sell by date or use by date on these as well. March 2018. So I'll definitely replace those batteries. We have a plastic bag inside a plastic bag. A foot pump. And that's what I'm going to use to actually pump the thing up in a minute. In here, again zip-locked, we've got a bailing thing and a whistle, and interestingly 2 damp sponges. Now there's no way that they've got damp through. I suspect that they are put in there slightly damp because totally dry sponges crack and become useless. I don't know. So whistle. And Avamine 25mg tablets, seasick tablets, motion tablets I guess, 60 of them, expired October 2017, so I'll be replacing them. What else was in here? No idea, I'll have to open this. Dinghy repair kit, of course it is. It's obvious, isn't it? All-purpose Bostik extra strong clear glue. Is it still squishy? Oh, it's still squishy in there, so that's probably still usable. 20ml. Doesn't, in actual fact, tell me its expiration date on there, but it still feels good. I might just buy some new stuff anyway too. And finally, some paddles, so you can row your way back to England or France, whichever you were closest to in the channel at the time. The main thing which I do need to check is the main CO2 nitrogen canister. So, right, a pair of mole grips is my tool of choice here to undo this. It looks in good condition. I don't see any rust. I'm happy at that. 6.7 kilograms. What did it say? It said it was 6.178. Right, so here I am now, floating in the sea, and I have to say, the little connector that was on the end of this, if I had cold hands and I'd just fallen in the sea, that would have been really, really difficult to put into here. It was just jammed in solid, so I'm glad I've taken it apart. And see how long this takes. I've also noticed this wire here, which goes to this little light here, a security light. Two wires with no battery on it.
I later discovered those two wires were in fact a switch. Touch them together, the light comes on.
So as I'm pumping it up, I'm seeing more things are becoming more obvious now, which is really good to see it. This behind me here, a little picture, 1, 2, 3. 1, looks like there's lots of stuff gushing out of it. 2, it stopped gushing out, and 3, put this little cap on it. This would be the overpressure release thing, because that gas cylinder is going to blow this up pretty darn quick with a lot more air gas than it needs, and I'll have a little roof when that's all the way up. But I have noticed that there are two sections that to plug this pump into, top and, which evidently is this, and the bottom section. So the CO2 canister will blow up all of this and not the bottom section, which I guess just makes it a little bit higher. So once you're in, you're going to have to do this anyway. I've got that quite hard now. I don't see any need to make this blast out, although I'd be amazed if I can get the pressure that that gas canister can get with this thing. Under here is a rainwater collection point, and that rainwater comes down into this bag, the little tube, and it comes into this bag so we can have something to drink. I'm assuming now that I have thrown my dinghy in the water and the gas canister has blown it up to this state, I need to climb into the dinghy and start pumping, as I have been doing, down into that import, the air in. How on earth I'm supposed to do that whilst everything I'm stood on is actually just sloppy seawater? I don't know, but let's have a go, see how long that takes. The air is leaking out around the pump socket, but the plug does stop it coming out. The bottom one was leaking a little bit, and this is why. You can see that the rubber here, this is the one that was leaking, has gone inside the little divvy thing, and this one, which was not leaking, has not. So that actually is very much in need of repair. Right, I've just opened the torch, and in the torch there is this really rather handy Morse code coding thing. It was not easy to get that cap off at all. If you're cold, you're going to struggle doing that. Let's see if it works. Oh, it does. I have found the boarding ladder. It is this set of yellow fabric here, which hangs over the bottom. So there's one on each side to do that. And then that orange lid can be untied on these, and it'll zip up all the way around. So you can hide quite happily inside your temporary home, and that, I guess, is why we have this peek out point. Anybody there? So it's come time to fill in the report book, and because I'm doing it myself and I don't have a particular stamper specialist thing, I'm just following the instructions that are on here, with the cylinder number which is on there, the date of the second weighing, which would probably be 3 years from now, the gross weight indicated on the cylinder, the gross weight without the head. Now, I measured it the other day with the head. I've since measured it without, and it was 6.18 kilograms, and the difference is there. Very interesting reading here. It says if there is a loss of weight of the gas equal or more than smaller to the following values: 2% of the weight of the gas or 100 grams, the replacement of the cylinder is compulsory. So we're all right. My cylinder is all back together now, and it's fine. So I'm more than happy to use this to rescue my life and anybody else on my boat. Service station signature and seal. I'm just going to sign it myself. It's obviously not official, but thankfully, because Moyana is less than 12 metres, it's not a legal requirement. So I'm happy. So thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed learning what's inside the life raft, as I have. Bit of an adventure together. I'm going to leave it up now for 24-48 hours. Make sure that it still stays inflated, and then deflate it, and hopefully get it back in its bag.
Stop. It's really important to undo this plug which I'd plugged in earlier. Make sure you do, because when the gas canister goes off, there's more gas in it than there is room in the dinghy, and without that to exhaust, you're going to pop your life raft. Thanks for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please do give us a like and a thumbs up and a subscribe. Much appreciated. All the best.